Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Jimbo the Fuzzy, and welcome back to Stellaris. When we left off, we had a minor problem with one of our planets becoming, well, depopulated, essentially. Which is not exactly a good place to be. While we did deal with the problems, we now have a tundra world and sending our colony ship back. Unfortunately, that does mean problems for most of our empire, as individualists do not like purges, and each one of those purge pops, which we had 3 of, has hit every single individualist for negative 5% happiness. So in an empire composed primarily of individualists, we have had minus 15% happiness to everybody. Or close enough. That's a lot of territory. If we go look at the factions we have almost 400 total pops, and I would estimate at least 300 of those are individualists, most likely. So that does give us the minor issue of, well, lots of population is now unhappy. Thankfully we can manage a lot of this, but places like Chara are going to be less productive as a result of no governor and just happiness going down. For reference, that's an entire, for comparison, that's an entire hyper entertainment form's worth of happiness gone. But let's get back to seeing what happens. Also, we should probably look over our sectors and what each one is contributing. On to Mario, energy focus, doing very well, giving us 42 energy, but a little poor on its own. Let's give it a little more minerals. Ingenium. And Cursa. Rescumir probably doesn't need our help, but we'll throw a little in anyway. Volanus Prime has finished building armies. That's probably good, and to the point of us now having 15. I think we give everybody Xeno Cavalry. Just because that's very, very, very useful. As we saw in our war. Bumps up the average damage. And something just happened. Rivalry. Okay, I don't know who either of those are offhand, which means they're probably pretty far away. And we've got to complete a wormhole station. Those guys are the Inari Allied States are up here. And the Vaga Confederated World, I don't know where those are. They're not close to me. But now we have more wormhole stations set up. And the NRE Allied States has declared it. Okay, no big deal. I like having a fleet here.
Research complete.
Oh, wormhole containment fields are done. Excellent. What's this? Try atmospheric dispenser. Improves growth time, which is not bad. Reveals natural resource. Okay. Tachyon lance. That seems very, very, very useful. Just looking at how powerful it is. 85 to 232 damage. That is a lot. That might replace our kinetic artillery. I don't know yet. Probably would. Tachyon sensors would be nice though. Those would give us longer ranges. They'll sensor in terms of raw accuracy. Gravitational analysis. No. Energy credits, no. All this stuff would be useful, yes. Shield capacitors. Improve our rate of shield regeneration. But we really only have 4 that look useful, and I think the Tachyon lances are the best of those. I mean, better growth time. Yeah, really useful, and more strategic resources are also useful. But let's go with the Tachyon lance. Speaking of which, our tech has a ways to go yet. Famine. We are approached by a delegation from the subterranean aliens on Antarak Prime. It seems their empire has fallen on hard times recently, and they are facing the threat of a famine. They are pleading with us to provide whatever assistance we can. $100 energy credits to improve relations. Yes, let's... 100 energy credits. We can afford that, easily. Looking at what worlds we have available to colonize. Stuff like Baham 2B. Right now I'm
Construction complete.
Spaceport queue is done. So let's go address that quickly. What do you need? You have destroyers, you have cruisers. Now you need about 100 corvettes. Okay. How many is that? I just hit the button bunch. That's 21. No, that's 25 corvettes. Now you can stop bothering me. But the main thing I'm looking for with these right now is how much research they can give me. Okay, fine. Because the costs are increased. Well, it doesn't say here. The cost of a new technology is increased by 10% per planet and 1% per population over 10. So we're sitting in almost 4 times the base research cost just off our number of pops alone. And if we go look at our empire, or civilization we should probably call it, yeah. We have 400 total pops, 410 total pops, which is over 4 times, and then another 370%. So all told, our technologies cost 9 times their base amount, almost. And every new world we add is going to add to that cost. So I'm looking at these and saying, does this world give me enough resources to justify increasing the cost of our tech? In this case, it is a size 12 world. So it will increase the cost by about 22%. Is this worth 22% of the base cost of our research? Or in the case of tachyon lances, that's about 9 comes out to been under 4,000. I'd probably call about 3,500. So, is this world worth about 1,000, increasing the cost of tachyon lances by 1,000 points, which would delay it for 3 months? Honestly, no.
Construction complete.
Now, faster growth time, more ethics divergence, okay, and better habitability, those are very, very good. However, the planet itself doesn't have enough value. While it does give us some minerals and energy, and that would definitely help Raskimir sector, doesn't help enough. Again, even less research value here. It would help the sector, yes, but it would not help enough. Which is why my colonization has essentially come to a halt at this point. The one thing that would matter is out on the border worlds, if it would help push our territories closer to another star system, like Norgon here, I might consider getting another system or another planet or two, like Sarmor. Doesn't really look that great. And it would benefit, and it would have to go into the Bijal sector. Or this world also doesn't look that great. But is getting another
research complete.
Is getting another star system within our borders worth it? And more habitability. So more maximum happiness. Form Federation, we don't even have alliances yet. Nutrient replication would be really, really good. Xenos allowed could be useful. No on the army damage. Let's go with naval capacity. Why not? It seems like it'll be quick. Might give us something interesting.
Incoming transmission.
Hello. The Cerulean... Is that Cerulean or Cerulean? I don't know. Where are you at? You are right here. The galaxy presents enough threats without having to worry about a war between us. Yeah. I like the idea of a non-aggression pact with you. What's really irritating me now is that I cannot turn these guys into a protectorate because of the distance penalty. And 300 is a really, really huge penalty for distance if it's just this far. I suspect that they're calculating the distance penalty based on location of capital worlds, which means it's measuring from here to here, which is a very, very large distance and kind of irritating. Also, wormhole range is nice and big. And not quite big enough. Just out of range. Oh, that's irritating. You have no idea how irritating that is. Trade treaty. We traded a research agreement and they traded a research agreement. Okay. Yes, can we do another research agreement? 14, 9, that gives us 37. They get 36. So, no. They are not interested. Only in 34, right. That's based on the technology levels. So no, they're not going to agree to that. Mutually beneficial, but I don't feel like spending enough minerals or energy credits per month in order to bribe them. So we'll just leave it. Unemployment. Okay, what can we put here? Yeah. What is Tiblik Secundus giving us right now? Little bit of tech, good amount of minerals, good amount of energy. Okay, we did build the Lithurian gas. Couldn't remember. Could put up a planetary shield generator, because this really is a valuable planet to have. It'll take a while, though. We don't need any more hydroponics farms. Okay, first off, I'm gonna swap you, which deals with the unemployment for a moment. And swap you. Ultra spiritual. Okay. Okay, that buys me a little time. Let's see. Now I only have to worry about 2 of them for the moment. So I think we can't build any more Betharian power plants. That's fine. I'm gonna build some science labs. And build a science lab here. And build a planetary shield generator right here. Good. Problem solved. You get a power plant. You get a mining network. And Tier 4 Betharian power plant. I don't know how long that... I don't know how long that's gonna stay around. Yeah, -10 for every pot purged. Ouch. Come to you and give you a mining network. And you get a science lab. Does that address everything? I think so. So do all our worlds have a full stock of fully upgrade things? No, they don't. Okay, you only have +2 food. I'm gonna move you over to here to improve the food growth. And we can create a planetary capital, which is definitely a worthwhile thing to do here. Alright then. The Rakuten hierarchy is warp drive with pretty good engines. As I was saying about expanding borders way back, I don't really care about this world, but I might care about Norgon. So, or rather, this system. Kurthor, again, not really. Now our friends here are being useful. Suppose we can take a look at our factions, and they're down to 3 pops, so our integration campaign is definitely working. That might actually eventually drop to 0, which would be very nice to see. Charles Secundus Liberation Union, 3 pops, 2 pops for the Osat sector. So all these 1 independent sectors, and they're probably all gonna have 1 or 2. Okay, this one has 10, but a lot of that is Convia Prime. I almost want to make that its own sector. Because this world is definitely trouble. Themelinchlorus. War declaration. Conjodian Commonwealth, which is right here, has declared war on the Yibrak Accord, which is right here, which is a protector under the Anjun Confederation of Colonies, which is these guys. So really, this is the war, and that looks to be probably equal power. They're evangelizing zealots, right, and you guys are erudite explorers. Fanatic materialist and individualist. Alright. Spiritualist, xenophobe, individualist. Yeah. My money's on these guys. They probably have better tech. I really don't like the huge penalty on this. I'm gonna say it again. I think it should be based off distance to your borders as if nobody was in the way. So it would assume that Syndicate of Fulaz and I were the only 2 civilizations in the galaxy, calculate the distance between our borders, which is 0, and then work based off that. Because otherwise you can wind up being diplomatically unable to deal with people on one side of your civilization And if you get stuck with your homeworld near the edge of the galaxy like we did, you might wind up having this very problem diplomacy. And at the same time, your homeworld's near the middle of the galaxy. Yes, you can probably move your capital, but then you're getting into the metagame versus story. And we're here for an interesting story, and why would we want to move our capital?
Research complete.
Standardized battleship patterns. Battleship assembly yards are done. Congratulations. What do we want? Do we want better strike craft? Definitely option. Cruiser assembly yards are not desperate, and we don't really have the space for them. Robots are still not interested in. Could go for kinetic weapon damage or strike craft damage, but no, I think we could get some of these out of the way. But as you can see, the entire cost here, okay, it doesn't count your home world towards the cost, but even so, I think let's get better strike craft right now. And with that, we've come to the end of this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you for tolerating my little complaints. My name has been Jim Fuzzy, and I hope to see you again